let's call this one Lane Machine Tune-Up 3 1/4 for the season, because we're going to replace squeegee blades. These ones are a little overdue. The cushion roller also. It's getting a little skinny. I don't have a new one, but I do have some good used ones that came out of a Lane Machine rebuild that I did last week. So, new to them parts, still in great shape. It'll be a big upgrade for them. A flex buffer brush does not fit in a Custodian Plus, so they're going to have to order in a new buffer brush. We'll do that later. So step one, we've got the squeegees lowered down. Step two is going to be taking the side covers off. Well, step two is already halfway done, so that's going to be a little bit of a time saver for us. This is going to be mostly the same type of steps as the other, the flex machine that I did the video on last week. But our hose clamp is coming loose. The clamp's going to stay on the elbow. The vacuum tubing is coming out. And these screws I'm going to loosen right now, but not necessarily take them all. We may not need to. So let's go ahead. Pardon me. Ooh. On this particular model, the nuts that hold the squeegee assembly into the housing are 7/16. I was expecting to use a 1/2" wrench, and nope, 7/16 on this guy. But same idea. 4 screws hold this thing in. This isn't the quick change assembly, so I'm just going to leave the nuts on the back of this housing and peel the squeegee blades out, and then stuff them back in. I think for me it's usually easier, as long as there's no major, ooh, these squeegee blades are tearing. Yeah, it's working. It's working. We might consider taking these screws out, because we have these vacuum plates here and they're kind of bent, and we should try and straighten those out a little bit more before trying to reassemble this thing. I think that would be a big help. Yeah, pretty bent, pretty warped, and a good opportunity to wipe some of this stuff down. It's got a little dirt in there. Cool. Yeah, change of plans. Alright, vacuum plate's coming out, maybe. Well, the nut came off that one, but the screw threads are still holding it up in the housing here. Yeah, these are pretty badly warped. Why won't you come out? There you go. Alright, so we need a Phillips head screwdriver on these 2 center ones. Oh boy. Oh boy. I left all the big floor towels back at work after I borrowed them for an unknown amount of time. So we're gonna have to do a good clean on the approach here. Wow, that one's in there really good. That one's stubborn. I don't know if I need to use power tools or just upgrade to a bigger, like a number 3 Phillips head. I don't know. Let's see what works. It's either gonna work or it's not. It worked. We're gonna need a lot of floor towels. Yeah. Oh boy. Let me put you guys on pause. We'll grab some floor towels here and make sure we don't ruin their approach. Now we've got our floor covered. We can start wiping this down. Not worry about getting dirt all over their approach. Need to make sure it's somewhat clean. As clean as I can make it without taking it back to the shop and brushing it down on the wire wheel. This is looking pretty good. Most of this stuff just sloughing right off, so it's all surface stuff. Good. Good, that makes things a whole lot quicker and easier. Even our center bolts here for our elbow are starting to come loose. It's not terrible. What we can do, it might help us out. Let me grab Allen wrenches and we'll loosen that those two center bolts for the elbow. That might help us get the new squeegee blades in easier. If I can find my little Allen wrench Schmitty set here. There it is. Hiding. Yeah, I got it right on the first guess. Feels like thread lock on there. Tight squeeze in here. There we go. Not a whole lot. You don't need to go super loosey-goosey. Just enough to bring that out and give us some wiggle room for the squeegee blades to get stuffed back in there. Again, these are not brand new squeegee blades. These came from Beaverton, and the Lane machine had approximately 6 to 8 months of runtime on these squeegee blades. So they're still in awesome condition. So we're just going to stuff those in. Same idea as the flex machines, slightly different approach. We're a little off center to that side, so we're going to slide everything over just a little bit. That looks pretty good. Okay. A little bit more. Alright, that looks squared in there. Stuff our bottom side in, and once we get this done, we'll move on to the those little vacuum restrictor plates. We'll try and get those bent back square again, back straight. Yeah, this is always the hard part. Could we loosen these two center screws a little bit more? Yeah. Will it help a whole lot? Probably not. But we can do it. We don't want them out. Just a little more loosey-goosey than they're at. That helped a little bit. And we can get some new silicone sealant in this opening and around the flange of the vacuum elbow too. When we're done, let's get this stuffed in first. That's always the challenge part. I'm just going to work it in. It's going to take some time. What I'll do, I'll save you guys some time. I'll bring you back in when it's all done. Alright, squeegee blades are stuffed in. They're evened out pretty good. Next step is going to be the straightening these bent restrictor plates. These are made out of aluminum, so I want to be somewhat gentle, but they are going to be somewhat easy to bend. I don't have a bench vise up here. I'm just going to kind of bend it over my knee a little bit. It's not rocket science. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we can leave it in a lot better shape than what we found it in. Yeah, one pretty good. The other one pretty good there. I may end up using some vice grips or something to help out with a little bit of leverage on the inboard edge or the center side. They are significantly bent. Well, I guess compared to how it was before, that's pretty damn good. Great. Hey, sometimes all you can do is the best that you can do. Because they don't have new parts right here for this machine. So we got everything how we like it. We're going to tighten up the bolts for the flange, our vacuum hosing flange. Tighten these guys up. And we'll put our vacuum restrictor plates in. Again, these don't need to be cranked down super tight. You know, like I say, it's not NASCAR 500 miles an hour. Snug, but not, you know, super duper tight. Go ahead and start this screw in. Okay, next one. We will need some hardware on the back side of this screw stud. Please and thank you. A little more. There we go. Just starting to bite in. Good. Move to the other side. I see one screw. There's the fourth one. Okay, great. Pardon me. This one's going to be a little trickier. Oh, yeah. Back plate. Ding, ding, ding. You forgot something. Some of the older machines didn't have these. Your machine may or may not. I don't know. Where did that nut go? Right here. See if I can get my fingers in back here. Please. Right on. Yes, thank you. Just hand tight for now. Alright, last screw. Line up. Thank you. Okay, I got a couple of threads sticking out the back. Go ahead and thread our nut back on. Thank you. Alright, 7/16 right here. Baby tight on these. Well, maybe medium tight. That's a hard, yeah, that's kind of a hard thing to quantify. How tight is tight? I don't know. I don't have torque specs. If you're tightening down and your vacuum restrictor plates start warping, that's too tight. How about that? We'll use that as a metric. Oh, there's no nut on that one because it's right here. Oh boy. Need more coffee. Good. Good. Not bad, not bad. There's a little bit of sway this way on these squeegee blades, and I think that's because these vacuum restrictor plates are still ever so slightly warped. If this thing was perfectly flat, this would even out better. I'm not going to worry about it. This is the leading edge. Really what we're looking at most importantly is the trailing edge, because the squeegee's lower to the lane surface, and then you put the machine on. And as you put the machine on, the squeegees deflect like that against the lane. So I'm not as worried about the waves here. I would be more worried about waves like this, or if this height adjustment, which we haven't done yet, is too high. You see how it's kind of curved up there a little bit? It may not roll over and seat on the surface of the lane until it starts moving forward down the lane. And then you might get a little cleaner mark, squeegee marks left on your lane. I left my level out of my car. Put you guys on pause. I'll be back in just a minute. We're going to do just like we did before with the flex machine. We're going to check from LDS shaft to this shaft, or pardon me, bottom drive shaft, or LDS shaft in this case, since this is a KUSTODIAN Plus, to squeegee blades. And we're going to check the gap on the drive shaft wheel. 3/16 is ideal. A little tiny bit more is okay. If you went up to like 7/32, that's fine. We are at 3/16 on that side. Let me move around to the other side of the machine. Double check this side. It's probably good, but it doesn't hurt to make sure. Trust but verify, right? And again, we are right at, or just a tiny hair over 3/16. So this is good. Excellent. We can move on to the next thing, which is going to be the cushion roller. Grab, well, I'm over here. Where is my razor knife? Yeah. Okay. Let's drop the lid on the top side. Take out dirty cloth. We have an almost empty roll of clean cloth here. So what we're going to end up doing, we're going to unwind the rest of the clean cloth off of this and use a brand new adhesive strip on this take-up roll. Once we get the new cloth off of this, it becomes our take-up roll. So that's going to save us some time. We don't have to find any blue tape or clean anything off of the old cushion, or pardon me, the take-up reel. This cushion roller, let me hold up a new one next to it. A little bit of a diameter difference here. I don't know how old this cushion roller is. I haven't been the one doing service on this machine, other than when there are some issues to try to sort out. So I don't really know what its maintenance history is. And that's okay. I don't need to. I know what its current history is within the last, I don't know, year or two. So that's good. Why won't this socket come out? Please. Ugh. Again, this is going to be a 7/16. I'm going to use a quarter drive standard well socket on an extension. Quarter drive socket. And it is not 3/16 on the inboard side. It is going to be, it looks like 5/30 seconds. Let's see if that's right. Yes, we have a winner. It turns. Alright, so again, nut on the outboard side comes loose, but not off. Same with this side. We're going to keep the shoulder bolt in the machine right now. I'm going to take our nuts off at this point. We may have to thread the shoulder bolt out from the side frame. It happens. It's not my most favoriteest thing in the world because they should be able to come right out, but sometimes that's why they upgraded from these shoulder bolts, because it'll kind of crush the frame wall and then the threads of the bolt get stuck in the frame. Not awesome. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could probably, if it is sticking, grab a 1/4-inch drill bit and drill that hole out so you have clearance again. These are coming out pretty good. Pretty happy so far. Alright. I am going to pause you guys there and reposition. I know it's not the best view, but this bowling center has their name written all over the masking units. And I'm going to try and keep that to myself. Some people tend to ask me, oh, where are you working? Where are you doing this? Where are you doing that? That's not important. The centers that I work for are irrelevant. This is about the project, the job that we're doing. And are we doing a good job? Are we helping or hurting? I dropped a flat washer and I heard it plinko. So on the end of this arm, there's supposed to be a flat washer that goes between the arm and the side frame, and I just plinkoed it down the machine somewhere. I see one over there. That's good. I do not know where the second one is. It's okay. We can always get another one. But I would certainly like to find it and not leave it. Here's one. Okay. So that one will live there now, and that one will live there now. Great. We're going to take... We've got the ends off. I'm going to take our shims. We've got one plastic shim on this side. And let's look at this side. One plastic shim here. So we may only need one shim on this. That's what came out. That's usually what goes back in. Let's toss that aside real quick. Bring in our gently used cushion roller. Excuse me. Pardon me. Wipe some of these parts down real quick too. They're getting a little gunky. That's okay. We'll make it better. There. So we've got one Oh, 2 plastic shim washers. No, 1, because that one lives over there. Yeah. How quickly I forget. Yeah. Okay. Move back around to the other side and repeat our procedure. Shim washer. Wipe down the pivot arm. Reinstall the pivot arm. Oh, wrong. There, that spot. And then we're going to drop this thing back in. I'm going to put you guys on pause and then bring it back in when it's done. Okay, we've got our cushion roller hung back in. The bolts are started back in the side frame. So we're going to go ahead and snug those back up. Ow. There we go. Tight, but it still pivots freely. Again with this side. Tight, but it pivots freely. Good. Let's bring in our new roll of cleaner cloth. And just like everything else, roll out about 1.5 feet. Stuff that in under. Put our cleaner dispensing tip just decided to eject itself from the machine. It's not supposed to do that. Up and over. Okay. I wonder why that thing fell out. We'll investigate that, but let's get this buttoned up first. Alright, I know you guys can't see, but believe me, the metal support pipe is going into the take-up reel side. Don't put the metal support pipe in the brand new roll side. That's not what it's there for. Take-up side. Alright. Looks pretty squared. Start it up. This is a battery, not a battery machine. Like I said, I need more coffee. This is a plug in the wall machine, so I have to go plug the thing in. You're clear, I'm clear, we're all clear. Alright, so we lifted our cushion roller up. Squeegee's retracted. What we're going to do, we're going to wipe that schmoo off. We're going to get a little bit of silicone sealant on the between the flange and the blanket on the squeegee housing. And then we're going to do a little dab right in here on the vacuum opening. That should help create a better suction. Not that this machine has a problem cleaning, but it ensures against issues in the future. So we're going to end it here. Lane machine tune-up 3 1/4 is officially done, except for some silicone and some dry time. But there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. See you later, 2006